What is the spotlight effect? Have you ever walked into a room and felt like everyone was staring at you? Like your bad hair day, your awkward laugh, or that tiny coffee stain on your shirt was being broadcast to the entire world? That intense feeling has a name: the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a psychological phenomenon where we dramatically overestimate how much other people notice and remember our appearance, behavior, or mistakes. In other words, we think we're standing under a giant spotlight, when in reality, most people are barely glancing our way. This concept was formally studied by social psychologists like Thomas Gilovich at Cornell University. In one famous experiment, participants were asked to wear an embarrassing t-shirt featuring singer Barry Manilow and walk into a room full of strangers. The wearers predicted that about half the people in the room would notice the shirt. In reality, only a small fraction did. Why does this happen? Because we are the center of our own universe. We experience life from a first-person perspective 24/7. Our thoughts, emotions, and insecurities are loud and constant in our minds. Since our own mistakes feel huge to us, we assume they must look huge to everyone else too. But here's the twist. Everyone else is busy worrying about their own spotlight. They're thinking about their hair, their voice, their awkward comment from 5 minutes ago. Just like you. The spotlight effect can affect everything from public speaking to social media posting. It can stop people from asking questions in class, sharing ideas at work, or even wearing what they like. The fear of being judged feels overwhelming, even when the judgment is mostly imagined. Understanding this effect can be incredibly freeing. The next time you trip, misspeak, or send a slightly awkward message, remember, the moment that feels massive to you might be completely invisible to others. So the real question is, how much of your anxiety is coming from reality, and how much is coming from a spotlight that only exists in your head? Once you realize the spotlight is mostly an illusion, you might finally feel brave enough to step forward, not because no one is watching, but because even if they are, they probably won't remember tomorrow.